What up, fellas? If you ever asked me if I think a woman's peer pressure, family, other social circle plays a big role in her rejecting or accepting a guy, or how much does her social circle influence her when it comes to rejecting or accepting a guy? And this is a very good question because we often talk about a woman rejecting us because she has a lot of other options, but we don't put enough emphasis on this point, that she might also reject us because her family or friends don't like us, right? You know, I've mentioned this in one of my other videos. I said, a woman can stop liking you because the wind blows in another direction. We don't know why women do what they do. They don't even know why they do what they do sometimes. Most of the times, to be honest. So all we can do here is make the best judgment of what happened, right, in that scenario. Because, hey, last time I checked, I'm not Professor X. I don't have the ability to read somebody's mind, right? If you do, hey, by all means, man, let me know how you do that. You can come be my mentor. I'll pay you to live with me, all right? Anyways, fellas, so it is a huge factor when a woman is in the mindset of settling down, or she's done with her hoe phase, right? It is a huge factor of what her family thinks about you. Okay? And now, it's not as huge of a factor what her friends think about you if she's still in the hoe phase, but it can't be like, okay, so let me break it down a little bit more, okay? Let's say she has 80% interest in you, and she's going through her whole phase. Now, if her friends don't like you, most of her friends don't like you, chances are she probably won't even give a shit about it. She's still gonna get digged down by you, and she's gonna keep you in her rotation because she's in her whole phase. So you guys are both kind of using each other, assuming that you yourself is a red pill wearing man because you've been watching me, and you're just there for strictly pump and dump or rotation material girls. Now, let's say she's going through her whole phase, but she has 60% interest in you, and her friends don't like you. Yeah, there's a good chance she's gonna dump you. She's not gonna even let you hit it. But let's say she is not in her whole phase, and she has 80% interest in you, and her friends don't like you. Yes, there's a still good chance, if you haven't hit it yet, that she's gonna dump you, that she's not gonna give you the time of the day. Those are the two things you have to understand when it comes to you being accepted by her friend circle. When it comes to her family, the main thing you have to understand is if she is in a whole phase or not. If she is not in a whole phase and her family doesn't like you, doesn't matter what type of interest she has in you, she's not gonna give you the time of the day. If she's out of high school and in college or out of college. If she's in high school and her family doesn't like you, but she has an 80% or higher interest for you, let's even put a 75% or higher interest for you, chances are she's still going to test it out. Why? Because she hasn't had as many experiences with guys. That's why she wants to be that rebellion type of a girl. You know how high school hoes are nowadays, right? I smashed tons of white chicks in high school whose father didn't like me because of my skin tone. They wanted their daughter to be dating a white dude, and they went against that stigma because they wanted to be rebels. You see that a lot in high school, in that age range. But after high school, she has plenty of experience, and that's another reason why I say that if she's in her whole phase or if she's not in her whole phase, right? Because if she's still in her whole phase, which is going to happen when? Which is going to happen most likely from the age of 17 to 22, 23. So inevitably, in that age range, most women are in college. And most likely, most women in college are going through their whole phase. That's why I said that if she's in her whole phase, or if she's not in her whole phase, then doesn't matter what kind of interest level she has. Because inevitably, most likely, when she's not in her whole phase, she's out of college. And yes, right now, she has enough experience. She has been through way many dudes. And right now, her family opinion matters way, way, way more than how much interest she has in you. Again, given that you haven't hit it yet. That's a very important point that we're going to be talking about. Sex, okay? In a little bit. So, if she doesn't have any interest in you, or if she doesn't have as high of an interest in you, and her family doesn't like you, obviously, doesn't matter if she's in her hoe phase or if she's out of her hoe phase, you're not gonna get any piece of that. Most likely, fellas, if she's in her hoe phase, you will not even meet her family. Girls know that, okay? They know when they're gonna bring a dude around their family or not. They know which dudes are here for the fun time and which dudes are the beta male sips, are the boyfriend materials, are the husband materials. Now, can an alpha guy be a husband material, be a boyfriend material? An alpha meaning all around alpha? Of course, but those are very rare. So ladies, if you find one of them, capture him and study him, okay? Because you guys, see, here's the thing about women thinking certain things about us, okay? Women have this thought process that they go through when they meet another guy based on their past experiences, which are mostly fake. Why? Because most men in their past have lied to them to get in between their legs. So that's why most women always make very bad judgment on guys' character. Because they're not listening to their father. Their father is not even somebody worth listening to. That's why you come to Daddy Zeke here, right? But seriously, most women judge us men based on what they have seen in the past. Well, in the past, they haven't seen very good things. If they did, they still wouldn't be out here trying to date with a purpose. You know how bitches say that bullshit? Date with a purpose. Yeah, right, okay. So that's why, it's getting hot. That's why they do poor judgment. They do a shitty job picking the right guy. Because in the past, they've dealt with assholes. And now, they don't know what's good or what's bad. So any guy who comes in here and acts a little bit different, or sweet talks to him a little bit more, and has his stuff together, oh, he's the one. And later she finds out, and oh, he just played me too. They're horrible at it. So, and they think they know men. Just because they have these shitty ass experiences in the past, just because guys lied to them, that means that now they know what men really are, what men really want. No, that's false, completely false. See, you're making a judgment based on your frivolous, false experience in the past. You don't have good test results. You don't have good data to learn from it. So how do you learn from it, ladies? You come to red pill content. You become red pill yourself. Yeah, women can become red pill too. Sure. You come to Daddy Zeke. I'll set you up straight. And if you look like a 7 or above, bring me a girlfriend of yours as well. All right, I'll fly you guys out. Anyways, though, so now let's talk about me talking about hitting it. Right? Let's talk about sex, fellas. When a woman you're talking to is starting to get influenced by her parents or by her friends around her, it's mostly going to be her friends first and then her family. There's a good chance that she might dump you if anybody, even in the friend circle or the family member or in the family, doesn't like you and you haven't hit it yet. Assuming your dick game is on point. If your dick game sucks, fellas, good luck holding on to that woman, regardless of how much interest she has, regardless of how many people love you in her circle. All right? Now, I'm not saying that you got to be slaying her like the dragon of Hogwarts, right? I'm not saying that at all. Like, I don't need you to go as long. I don't need you to have the stamina of a horse. That's not what I'm saying at all, okay? Role play is what I'm saying. Because, guys, most of us were given a size that we cannot control, right? The size of what's in between our legs. And most of us don't last hour, 2 hours long, right? Most of us don't even last 30 minutes long. And I feel like 30 minutes should be at least the least requirement, right? Not for her, but for your own pleasure, right? Because we already know how much work, how much bullshit you had to go through to get this chick in your bed, assuming she's a good-looking chick, right? If she's a bad butterball turkey, Pillsbury Biscuits cans, English muffin man looking ass hoe, doesn't even matter, because she's just giving it up to you like Frisbee. You can jump up and catch it. He can jump up and catch it. Everybody can jump up and catch it. Your dog can jump up and catch it. Those are easy lays. So when you're trying to get laid with somebody good looking or hot, obviously you're going to have to put a lot of work or some sort of work in it, right? So just so you get your work worth, just so those hard work, right, quote unquote hard work, is worth it, that's why you should at least last 30 minutes for your own self, for your own sake. But if you can't even do that, I highly recommend, and even if you can last 30 minutes at least, I highly still recommend to role play with her. You should make this chick come at least twice, just with your tongue and your finger. Oh, Zeke, you go down on women? You eat her out? You eat her pussy out? Of course. If she's a hot chick, yeah, of course I'm gonna eat her out. Like, what? Guys, the girls that here's something, a quick point, a side note. The girls that I deal with are from the age of 18 to 25, in that age range, right? Now, do you think that I'm going to be able to keep a hot girl in that age range in my rotation if I'm not making her come? If I'm not satisfying her in the bedroom? Now, some of you guys might come in here and call me a beta because I'm looking out for her needs. I'm looking out because I want her to stay in my rotation, so I'm coming from a scarcity mindset. No, that's absolutely wrong. I enjoy making my girls come. I love it when I see that their back is arcing and they're having orgasms after orgasms, making my whole damn bed wet. My whole bed wet. I love shoving them out with the door, shoving them out my door with my bed sheet cover on their hands, telling their ass to clean it for me. I love it. So I enjoy making them come. This is something personally I enjoy. Personally, I enjoy liking eating their pussy out. I love it. I don't eat it. I don't do booty stuff though. No. Girl, you can lick my ass. I ain't doing it to you. No. That's where we're gonna draw the line. And for the most part, fellas, if this is the first girl, or if this is a girl that I'm first time hanging out, and I go down on her, and her cat doesn't taste good, I stopped eating it. I just use my fingers at that point to make her come. You'll be surprised how much your fingers can do, fellas. So yeah, if you're not satisfying her in the bedroom, and again, fellas, most women won't come until you stimulate the clit. You can't really do that with your dick. That's why I suggest role play. And role play doesn't just mean that you gotta spend all the time down there. You can suck on her nipples, kiss on her neck, play with her titties, her nipples, all right? I slap their titties. I squeeze the nipples sometimes, move the titty around like this, and slap the shit out of it with one hand while I'm sucking on the other one. And then I make out with her a little bit more. Just mix it up, all right? Don't be predictable at all right? Don't watch your porn and just say, oh, you know what? That's exactly how I'm going to do it, okay? Try out things on your own. See what you like to do, okay? If you don't enjoy doing these things with her, you're not going to be able to sustain it long term, and she's going to lose interest. If your performance drops in the bedroom, her interest level is going to drop in the bedroom as well. Or her interest level for you is going to drop as well, regardless of how many people in her family and how many of her friends like you or not. So that's why it's very, very, very important to lay the pipe well in the bedroom. And I can make a whole video on that, on how to lay the pipe well, okay? Now, with that all being said, to let you guys know what I do is that I will never meet a girl's family or friends ever until I hit it. Doesn't matter where we meet. We can meet online, we can meet in person, we can meet anywhere, doesn't matter where we meet, I will not meet her friends until I hit it. Because as soon as I hit it, now I have the power. Because I know for a fact, that's how confident I am in my bedroom performance, that as soon as I hit it, if she had a 60% interest in me, that bitch is going to jump up to 100%. That's how confident I am in my sexual abilities. My sexapades, you might say, right? Not out here bragging. I know some asshole's gonna come in here and call me out, and I'm like, shut the hell up. Take your sorry ass somewhere else. Why don't you try to get laid with 100 women or plus? Why don't you try to take your body count into the triple digits? Maybe you'll be red pilled way more than me, and maybe you can start your own channel. Yeah, exactly. Stop hating, and then start producing. That's what y'all motherfuckers should be doing anyways. But anyways, fellas, so yes, it's a huge thing. This is a huge part in a woman's life when it comes to her giving you the time of the day or not, depending on how her family and friends view you. Which is why I don't meet them till I hit it. Once I hit it, the power dynamic changes. I have all the power now. Now, even then, because see, here's another thing that happens after you hit it well, and her interest level just shoots up, right? She now is going to be talking good about you to her friends before you even meet them. And then when you go to meet them, now, even though her friends might not like you or how you look, they're still gonna look at her and be nice enough to her and tell her that, oh yeah, he's okay, he's good. Because women are groupies. They want to be liked, or they want to be seen that they're doing what their groups are doing, what their friends are doing. So when a woman's friend is seeing that, oh, my friend really likes this dude, so I gotta support her, because women are supportive of each other like that a lot more than men are. When we men bring a chick around to our homeboys, to our boys, and this bitch looks like a fat land whale, sea monster, we look at her and say like, bro, what the hell is that? We don't give a shit how her friends think about it. No, we don't care how many good things my friend has to say about this chick. She looked like shit, she's shit. You shouldn't be dating her. That's how we men think and talk to each other, right? But here's another thing, another side note quick as well. That's another plus point we have, fellas, over women, is that our looks isn't the only thing she has to praise us about. She can tell her friends about our personality, our dick game, our success, our grind, all sort of things. And all of these things can add up to be on our good side. So when a woman sees that her friend likes you, and but you're still not her type of a man, you're still not her cup of tea, she's still not going to break her friend's heart and be mean about you. Okay? Why? Because she knows that when she brings a boyfriend around, another guy around her friend, which is your girl, now she will also back her up. You see where I'm going with this? Do you see how women are groupies like that? They support each other's decision, each other's bad decisions, good decisions, emotions, etc., etc. Because they know that when they themselves need that support, their friend are gonna be there, because they were there when their friends needed the support. There's a whole bunch of more dynamics that go into those relationships, fellas, between girlfriends. That's why getting a threesome out of a woman is not that hard. That's next level game right there, by the way, fellas. But yeah, this video is getting longer than I thought. But yeah, to keep everything simple, fellas, if you have missed any points or if you have any question, go back and rewind the video, watch it again. But long story short, yes, women are very much influenced by their friends and family, and this is why you should never meet her friends or family until you hit it. Now, things are a little bit different when you're under the age of 18, or if a woman is actually a virgin, right? That's when this video might not be applicable to a lot of women, a lot of virgin women, and a lot of guys who's dealing with virgin women. We're gonna make another separate video on that. Well, I'll just let you guys know shortly. If a woman is a virgin and you're trying to smash her first before you meet her friends and family, dude, she gotta have like 90% or 100% interest for you for that to happen. Or you yourself, well, yeah, if you yourself become the town shit, right? Like the best guy in the town, then yeah, she most likely will have 90 to 100% interest in you. So it all depends on her interest level and what kind of phase she's in life right now. So virgin women, most likely you'll probably have to meet her friends or her family or both if you get a chance to hit it, especially she's in the younger age range, right? Like 19, 18, 17, around there. And that's for my guys who are in that age range themselves, right? If a woman is a virgin woman and she's 19 or 18 and you yourself as a 40-year-old man, you're trying to score with her, chances are you're going to have some trouble because most likely she's going to find that weird because she hasn't had any sexual escapades yet. She hasn't had as many experiences with guys yet. So she's still living in that blue pill fairy tale world where she thinks that she's going to be able to find a guy in her age range who's successful as hell and they're going to live happily ever after, like Prince Fiona and Shrek, right? Princess Fiona and Shrek, right? Yeah, good luck with that, ladies. But yeah, again, just to repeat myself again one last time, I would not meet them till I hit it. Power dynamic completely changes. At that point, you let her pursue you. You even hit it a couple more times because the more she pursues you, the more good things she has to say about you to her friends and family. And same thing with her family. If her family is seeing that she's happy with you, even though her family might not like you, her family's still going to support your decision. Her family's still not going to be coming off rude to her about you. So it's all about where you take her interest level. After you hit it, after you keep her in your masculine frame and keep her interest going. Now, crap, I almost forgot about this point. This is a very important point. Is sex the only way you can get a woman addicted to you? No. Your masculinity is the number one way you can get a woman completely addicted to you. Fellas, it's all about mind game with women. It's all about what's going on here. You can make a woman come before you even touch her if you play the game right in her mind. That's why there's a saying that says you have to get in a woman's mind before you get in her, you have to get in a woman's head before you get in her bed. And that's why I say that a guy who can sleep with tons of women is a stud, because it takes hard work to get into somebody's mind. You need to know the game. You need to know what you're doing. You can't just text a bitch and say, hey, come over. It's not as easy as women when all they gotta do is put something on, even if it's a sweatpant and she got a big old fat booty, we can still spot that booty, even if she got sweatpants on. So it's easier than breathing for women, getting dick is, right? So that's why she's a slut. She's not a stud if she's sleeping around with more guys. It's as simple as that. Now, that's not to say that there aren't repercussions in both genders, men and women, if you sleep around more. That's not the point of what I just said at all. It's just the point of what I just said, just to show you, is that sexual activities just don't get turned on, or just doesn't get stimulated in women without us having to turn it on. We have to turn it on first, otherwise it's not going to be there. They're passive sex, we're active sex. So your masculinity is how you really get a woman addicted to you. She can't get enough of you. On top of that, when you add your bedroom game, oh man, game over. Now Zeke, is there a way where she can still be addicted to you because of how masculine you are, but she's still not satisfied in the bedroom, and then she might start drifting away? That's a conundrum, and that's a very tough situation that the woman is in at that point, right? There's a good chance, yes, that she might have another guy who dicks her down and takes care of her physically, or takes care of her sexual needs. But that doesn't mean that she's gonna get over you. If your masculinity is on point. What happens with most guys is you guys can't keep your masculinity on point. And fellas, masculinity doesn't mean that, oh, you just sit there like a robot, you don't talk to her. It's just not acting goofy, not acting like a man-child. That's it. I can't explain that to you in a 5-minute period or a 10-minute period, okay? There are so many little things that go into how to become a masculine man. Like literally, you'll have to start changing the way how you take a shit. I'm serious. The way how you brush your teeth, the way how you look at yourself in the mirror, the way how you eat, the way how you think about things, the way how you talk to yourself. That's how many things you have to change to grasp this real masculinity. Because otherwise, she's gonna pick up that you're a fake. She's gonna pick up pretty quick that, oh, he's not a real masculine man. Kobe Bryant, Chuck Norris, Arnold Schwarzenegger, these guys were masculine. And no, not because they had big muscles or they're famous. No, none of that. Masculine persona is what they had. And dude, it goes way more than just lifting weights and having a deep voice tone and not cracking corny jokes. It goes way more in details than those surface level stuff. So I can't just teach you that in one short video. This video is already going almost towards 30 minutes, and I'm not liking it, but it's necessary. Because a woman's true form is a woman herself, right? Even though she might be masculine, or she might be buying into that feminist ideology, into thinking that she needs to be acting like a man, even though all this programming, social programming is happening, if you can get into her head and tap into her feminine side with your masculine side, dude, she's gonna melt for you. She cannot resist it. She just can't, unless she's a robot. As a human being, that's absolutely, completely impossible. Just like a slut, a no good having slut is extremely submissive and feminine to you. You know that this bitch is not good for you. You know she's a dangerous woman, but you cannot get enough of her. Same thing with her. She knows you're not the right guy for her. She knows you're toxic, right? They like to say that toxic masculinity, but she can't resist you. At that point, her family, her friends, dude, if you are in her head, she's going to be fighting for you against the whole damn world. If the whole damn world came crushing on you, she's still gonna stand up for you. But that's your job to be masculine. That's your job to keep playing that game. That's your job to get her hooked into you. And no amount of money, no amount of fame, no amount of dick game in the bedroom, no amount of nothing can get you there but your masculine personality. Yes, looks, money, status are important to get your foot in the door, but your personality, your masculinity is what's gonna keep you in the game. I'm out of this bitch. It's been way longer than I thought it would. Hope this video made sense. Hope I was able to make some good points. Let me know in the comment section below what you want me to make next. Follow me on Instagram at Zeekpeak. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.